agents! So my exams are coming next week and I'm really nervous for them. I still have to study and I'm really bad at studying. So I decided to make a video about 10 tips to improve your studying. Let's start right away with the first tip. The first tip is do your homework. I know that sounds really boring, but it's very important to just make your homework. Even if you don't make all of it, just make sure you do a lot, because when you do your homework, you already know a little bit about the things that you are going to study. It helps you understand the things that you're going to study. So if you are going to study for chemistry, then if you have already made your chemistry homework, you know already a little bit about it. So it will help you when you're going to study for your exams or for another test. The second tip is set a goal. It's very important that you visualize yourself achieving your goal. This will help your brain to get motivated, and if you're motivated, you will just get better at studying and you will study everything better and you will get better grades, and then you will actually achieve your goal. The third tip is clear your mind. You need to focus on studying, and if you have a lot on your mind, then just try to clear your mind, because with a lot on your mind, you're just not gonna remember the things that you've studied, and that's just not gonna help you at all. So you really have to clear your mind. The fourth tip is get enough sleep. If you get enough sleep, then all the information your brain got has been processed and your brain has enough room to get new information. So when you don't sleep and you start studying, your brain still is full with information from days before, and when your brain is already full, you can study as long as you want, but it won't take any new information. So you really need to sleep enough so you can remember everything that you've studied. The next tip is reward yourself. Like I said before, you need to set a goal, but if you also set mini goals and reward yourself every time that you achieve one of those mini goals, then you get motivated and you'll bring a little fun into the studying. And when you bring the fun into the studying, and it will get way easier to actually study. The next tip is take regular breaks. You really need to rest your mind in between periods of time that you are studying, so your mind can process little bits of the information that it just got. It's better if you study 4 times 50 minutes than just an hour at once. Because if you study for 50 minutes and then take a little break, then your mind will get to process the things that you've just studied. And then the next 50 minutes, your brain can process new information. The 7th tip is give studying your full attention. Like I already said, clear your mind. It's also important that when you are going to study, you just put away your phone or anything that can distract you. You really have to give the studying your full attention, because if you give the studying the full 100%, then it will get better than when you just study a little bit while you're watching TV or while you're on your phone, because then you won't remember anything, and your brain will just not process as much as it will when you give the 100% to the studying. The next tip is keep repeating. You really have to use as much senses as you can. Don't only use your eyes to read, also use your mouth to speak. Actually speak all the words out loud. Everything that you're reading, speak it out loud, so you say it, so you can hear it. Try to use pictures so you can also see everything. So make sure that it's not only the reading, but also saying it, hearing it, seeing it, and your brain will understand it way better. And your brain is like a muscle, so you have to keep repeating to train it. You need to train it. because otherwise it will just be nothing. It will just lay in your head doing nothing, and so you really need to train your brains. And you can do that by repeating everything that you have studied. The next tip is make room for something fun. You shouldn't always be studying. Sometimes you just need to do something else than studying. And if you just do something fun every now and then you will feel better, you know. Don't always be serious, and don't always study 24/7. Sometimes just do something fun, get relaxed, get yourself to feel better, and because feeling good is very important. It will help your brain. Your brain will work better if you feel better, and if you have done something fun, you've relaxed, and you start studying after, then the studying will be better. The studying will get better. The last tip is ask for help. It maybe sounds a little weird, but if you ask people for help, then the studying will also get better. If you ask someone to explain something to you, then you can hear the things again, so it will get repeated in your head. And also, you should try to ask if you can teach the things that you are studying to someone else, because the moment you notice that you can explain the things that you've learned yourself, if you can explain those things to someone else, then it means that you know what you're talking about, and that means that you know it, so you don't have to study that anymore because you already know it. You just have to repeat it sometimes to not forget, so you can go on with the next thing, to study for the next thing. So it's really important that you ask for help, because why wouldn't you ask for help, right? So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope you liked the tips. I really hope that the tips are of any use. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and stay trash.